And with that in mind, let's get going. All right, so for today's class, as per usual, you may have things, you may not have things. I recommend highly blocks. I recommend a strap. Okay. And if you don't have these things, don't worry about it. I will give you modifications that you can use. Or remember, you can always grab water bottles, small children, whatever you have around you. Some of you have very large children now. I'd be careful with those. All right, everybody. My faithful companion, Luna, is hovering in the background. So you may see her and you may hear her. Oh, on call. Speak up. So if you do see her or hear her, just send her light and love. Anyway, roll your shoulders back and down. Come to a comfortable cross-legged seated position and begin to check in with your breath. Take a nice deep breath in and a cleansing breath out. Notice how your mind feels right now. Notice how your body feels right now. Perhaps your mind is feeling super overwhelmed with everything that's going on in your life, with the holidays, with family, with the world. The mind is just trying to help you. So it's naturally going to bounce back from thought to thought, idea to plan to problem solve. And the trick is to give the mind just enough to do. So right now, focus on one breath in and one breath out. And then breathe in nice and slow. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Now just let your natural breathing rhythm take over. If you want to end that little exercise with a nice big breath, go for it. Just bringing your attention to your breath for a few moments can cause a little pocket of peace in an otherwise chaotic day, morning, week life. And remember, even today's class, if it starts to feel chaotic, it starts to feel like it's too much, stop what you're doing, return to this exercise, and just breathe. And with that in mind, take one big breath in, a slow breath out, and slowly open your eyes and come back into the room. And let's start to move, folks. All right. Now I've had almost, 2 months, almost 3 months to plan this class for you. So I'm very excited. I have a lot of ground to cover. Y'all should know that. Pull your right knee in toward your chest. Take 3 big knee circles out to the side with the right. 1, 2, 3. 3 circles in the other direction. 1, 2, and 3. Pull your right knee in toward your chest. Straighten your right leg toward the ceiling. Oof, if you're feeling this morning like I'm feeling this morning, this is already a lot. Roll the ankle at the top. 1, 2, 3. Enjoy the snap, crackle, pop. Roll it in the other direction. 1, 2, and 3. Let your right leg float down toward the ground. Breath in, lift it all the way up. As you exhale, let the right leg float down toward the ground. Breath in, lift it all the way up. Let your right leg float all the way down, nice and easy to the ground. Left knee pulls in nice and tight. 3 circles to the left. 1, 2, and 3. 3 to the right. 1, 2, and 3. Pull your left knee in toward your chest. Straighten your left leg toward the ceiling. Again, your left leg may have lived a very different life than your right leg, so send it some love. And roll that ankle at the top. 1, 2, 3. Roll in the other direction. 1, 2, and 3. Let your left leg float down toward the ground. Breath in, lift it up. Let your left leg float down toward the ground. Breath in, lift it up. And let your left leg float all the way down, nice and easy to the ground. Come up onto your hands. Turn your fingertips away from your bum. Cross your right ankle to your left knee. Slide your left knee in. And let's get into those outer hips, flexing your right foot. Rock back and forth, side to side. So your hips, they may tighten up during holidays. If you're driving somewhere, you're seated at a table for hours, eating. Even if you are seated at that table just watching football or movies, the hips take a beating. So take care of them back by doing these stretches. And come back to center, straighten your left leg, and we're going right into our half happy baby. Flexing your right foot, take a hold of your right pinky toe side of the foot with your right hand, lower onto your left elbow, lift your foot up, and then kick forward. As you kick forward, we turn this into a little ab exercise. You come up to sit, and as you exhale, you rock back onto your left elbow, pull your right knee down toward the ground. It may not get anywhere near the ground, but do try to keep the sole of the right foot pointed upward toward the ceiling. Kick your foot into your hand, sit up nice and tall. As you exhale, come on back. Right knee draws toward the ground. Kick your right foot into your right hand, sit on up. As you exhale, draw your right knee down toward the ground. Kick your foot into your hand, sit up. And let's do this on the other side. Left ankle to right knee pulls in. And when I'm sitting sideways, you can truly see my right hip and left hip live completely different existences. I'm, super flexible on my right side, my left side, not so much. Press into your hands, bring your chest toward your thighs, rock. Some of that is just anatomical. Some of that is lifestyle. I recently found out that my sacrum is fused to my spine on my right side. No wonder. Hello. There's some differences there. Straighten your right leg. Take your left hand to the pinky toe side of your left foot. Lift up the foot. Kick forward. And as you exhale, rock back onto your right elbow. Left knee draws down toward the ground. Kick into your foot into your hand. Sit on up. And as you exhale, nice and easy. Remember, we don't drop our body. We love our body. And come all the way up. So pretend you're moving through water, through everything. Nothing too rushed. Come on back. Draw that knee down. And come all the way back up. Place that foot with love onto the ground. Soles of the feet together. Knees apart. I'll turn on an angle so you make sure to see me. This is the old phys ed butterfly pose. Everyone, my students at the high school love this because they're like, butterfly. Okay, so this is it. Take your hands around your toes. Keep your spine nice and straight. So how do you do that? Lift this breastbone skyward and then bend the elbows out toward the sides. Just getting a nice, easy bit of heat into our legs and our hips. Now, for those of you who are like, wow, Vic has gone soft, fear not. This is the warm up to the warm up. And come all the way up. I wouldn't disappoint my fans here. Bring your hands down to the mat. Make your way onto all fours. Inhale, arch your back, look up toward the ceiling. As you exhale, press the ground away, round your back, look towards your belly button. A little cat-cow here. Inhale, arch your back and look up. As you exhale, round your back, press the ground away. One more. Inhale, arch your back and look up. As you exhale, press the ground away. Come to neutral spine, and a little bit of a fun thing that I have started adding to my practice are big hip circles. So bring your hips down toward your right heel, Slide them over to the left. Come all the way around. Then as you circle, go back to the right again. Go to the left. Circle all the way around. One more time. Bring your hips to your heels. There she is. Go to the left. Circle all the way around. Now switch directions. Bring your hips to the left. Go over to the right. Come all the way around. Left. Oof, you could hear the cracks. Right. All the way around. One more. Left, right, all the way around. Now, if you're finding that your knees are tender in any of these positions, don't suffer. Suffering is optional in yoga. Grab some padding, maybe even a thin pillow. I have this one right here. This would make a good knee pad. And if you have a designated knee pad, good for you. Thank you, Luna, for all of your hard work. Come on up here. Thank you. All right, good job. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Walk your hands forward, sink your hips, lift your chest. And as you exhale, straighten your right leg. Now, if you need your blocks, the hamstrings are feeling a little rough. Place your hands on blocks and straighten this front leg, peeling the right toes back. If you don't need blocks or don't have them, your hands are very portable. So you just slide them back and that will make this stretch a little bit more accessible. Walk your hands forward, or if they're already there, stay there. Sink your hips down. Now, a lot of people, this is to them sinking their hips down, but try to do it, sin miedo, without fear. Bring those hips toward the ground. And then walk your hands back or leave them there if you've got the flexibility. Straightening this right knee, right toes up toward the ceiling. One more time forward. And one more time back. Rebend your front knee, right knee to the ground. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Again, sinking those hips forward. Again, without fear. So you should, if you see my hips, I have a straight line from my left kneecap to my right knee. That's where we're going for it. And then straighten your left leg. Peel your left toes back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, go back. Luna's making me wish I had dropped her off at her Aunt Nettie's house. Sink your hips down. And as you exhale, go back. Rebend your front knee, hands to the mat. Lower both knees down, both hands down. And now take your left leg out to the side. Keep the sole of your foot to the mat. Untuck your back toes. And sink back onto your right heel. Trying to close that distance. If the foot comes up, fine, but otherwise try to keep it towards the ground. And come up, doing the same thing on the left side. Left knee in, right leg out. Try to keep the sole of the foot down. Keep these back toes untucked. And sink your hips back toward your left heel with your right leg extended out to the side. Come back up. Right knee pulls in. Walk your knees 2 inches back. Tuck your toes under. Lift your knees. Lift your hips. Come into downward facing dog. For some of you, this might be your first down dog in months. Enjoy. Pedal out your feet. Bending your right knee. Lowering your left heel toward the ground. Switch it up, bend your left knee, lower your right heel toward the ground, and then just alternate, pausing where you feel stiffness, pressing into your hands. So your weight is going back towards your feet, and then come to center. Let your head relax, let the tension out, maybe just roll your head from side to side. And pull your body forward into plank pose, coming into rolling down dog. Bend your knees, lift your hips. Hips up, down dog. Inhale, pull forward. Again, slowly like we're moving through water. Bend your knees, lift your hips, come back into down dog. We have one more. Inhale, pull the body forward into plank. As you exhale, bend your knees, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Come all the way back into a plank position. Lower your knees to the mat. And again, take your right foot to the outside of your right hand. I fix my leggings. Bring your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Now, if you're feeling super tight today and you have a block, take your left hand onto a block and place it high side up. And we're going for a quad stretch. For those of you who know that you can and don't need the block, don't use the block. Sink the hips. So first we sink, bend your left knee, right hand reaches back for the pinky toe side of the left foot and pull that left foot in. Now, for some of you who are tight, this might be your stretch where you just rest your hand on your leg and you pull your foot in. But we want to try to hold on to that foot, bringing that foot toward your left hip. And release. Bringing your right knee down. Left foot goes to the outside of the left hand. I'm just switching my blocks here. Your right hand is down on the block. Block is high side. Pull your right foot in. Now, again, this might be where your stretch is today. Otherwise, try to grab a hold of that foot and pull that foot in, bringing your foot toward the right hip now as you sink your hips. Enjoying that beautiful stretch. And if you're wondering, why is there so much pain? You need to do this more. This is for you. Release that foot down. Bring your right block forward. If you have blocks, hands down. Walk your knees 2 inches back. Lift your knees, lift your hips, and come back into down dog. Pull your body forward into plank position, top of a push-up, and lower onto your belly. Untuck your toes. Press into your hands. Lift your chest. Tops of the feet are on the floor, baby cobra. And as you exhale, lower down. All right. If you haven't done a spatula in a while, you're welcome. Left arm out to the side. Left arm out. Right fingertips around your ribs. Roll over onto your extended left arm. Step your right foot back behind you. Come back to center. Don't worry, we're going to have a round 2. Extend your right arm out. Left arm in. Roll over onto your extended right arm. Step your left foot behind you. Oof. Come back to center. Right arm pulls in, left arm out. Bend your right knee. Begin to step it back behind you. Pause. Take your right hand. Grab your right ankle so you have a hold of your right foot. And then either hold it here or draw the whole unit down to the ground. So you have a hold of your ankle. You're pulling your foot in. You're rolling back. You feel like a pretzel. You're doing it right. Come all the way back to center, right arm out, left arm pulls in. As you roll over to your right side, left knee bends. Grab the left ankle. Hold on to it, pulling that left heel towards your bum, and then lower the whole unit down to the right. Oh, spatula, how I miss thee. Come back to center, release that ankle. Pull your right hand in, press into both hands, straighten your arms, full cobra pose. Try to lower your hips toward the ground. Don't look at my stiff back. And then hips to heels, tuck the toes, lift up, downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. So now you're at the back of your mat. Slight bend in your knees. Grab opposite elbows. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. And release your fingertips to the mat. Walk your hands forward. Come back into plank pose, top of a push-up. Lift your hips up. Walk your hands back. How lightly can you walk your hands back into this forward fold? As you're coming back into that forward fold, feel free to slightly bend your knees. Walk your hands forward. Come back into plank. Lift your right leg up off the mat. Walk your hands back as lightly as you did with your right foot on the ground. Keep lifting your right leg up. Walk your hands forward, back into your 3-leg plank. Lower your right foot down. Left leg lifts. Walk your hands back. I can almost hear everybody at home going, there she is. And walk your hands forward. Come back into your 3-leg plank. Place your left foot down. We have 3 chaturanga push-ups coming up. Bend your elbows back. Push the ground away. Lower onto your knees if you have to. Bend, lift, bend, and lift. Lift your hips. This time, walking your feet forward. Coming into a forward fold at the top of the mat. Slight bend in your knees. Grab opposite elbows. Let your head hang. Sway. Back and forth. Side to side. Nodding your head yes. Shaking your head no. Releasing your fingertips to the mat. Bending your knees. Round up to stand. Bone by bone by bone. Head is the last thing to come up. When you've come to your seated position, standing, we're standing. Come all the way to the top of your mat. Make your adjustments. And let's actually start the warm-up now. Okay? So we're going to move now, FYI. So if you're feeling like you've had enough, you do you. Bring your arms forward. We have 10 air squats to do. Bend your knees, sink your weight into your heels. What do I mean by that? Your hips go backwards. Your heels stay rooted to the earth. Arms are extended forward for counterbalance. Stand up. We got 9 more of those suckers. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way back up. Right knee pulls in toward your chest. Right leg steps back. You're in a high lunge. Both arms up alongside your ears. Right knee lowers and lifts. Lowers. Notice when I'm lowering, my upper body stays still. Lower and lift. 2 more and lift. 1 more and lift. Step up. Other side. Now you might be wondering, how come those hurt so much more? Because your balance is split. You have 1 leg forward, 1 leg back. More stabilizers are working to keep you upright. It's a thing. Left knee pulls in. Take a giant step back with your left leg. Both arms up alongside your ears. Back knee lowers and lifts. Lowers and lifts. Upper body stationary. Lift. 2 more. Lower. Lift. Uno más. Lower and lift. Step up. Hands to your hips. Right knee pulls in. 3 circles to the right. 1, 2. I'll turn sideways for those who've never done it. 3. Turn to 3 circles to the left. 1, 2, and 3. Bringing your right knee up, coming right into warrior 3. Arms extended out to the sides. Kick your right leg back. Lower your chest. Try to make the shape of a capital letter T. Right knee pulls in. Exhale, go back. Right knee pulls in. Exhale, go back. Come all the way back up. So you know I love a good balance challenge. Balance is a skill. You can train your balance, and we are going to train it a little bit today because I have you, because you're here. Why not? Left knee pulls in. 3 circles to the left. 1, 2, 3. 3 to the right. 1, 2, and 3. Left knee stays pulling in. Both hands out to the sides. For balance, kick your left leg back. Lower your chest. Come into capital letter T shape. Come all the way back up and in. Breath in. Exhale, kick back. Left knee pulls in. Exhale, kick back. Left knee pulls in. Left foot to the mat. All right. So if you've done this far, just hold on in your head to all these balance exercises. We're going to try to link them all together at the end. Next balance exercise, funky chair. Arms forward like you need a hug. Cross your right ankle to your left knee. Bend your standing knee. Your left knee bends. Your weight sinks back. Flex your right foot. Lower your chest for counterbalance. Sink a little deeper. Sink a little deeper. And stand. Not so bad, right? If If you're having trouble balancing, you have a couple of options. Stare at one spot or put your hand on something. I can't see you. Just make sure you don't fall over. Left ankle to right knee. Bend your right knee. Reach your arms forward for counterbalance. Your chest lowers. Weight is going back into your heel. Sink a little lower. Sink a little lower. Sink a little lower. And come all the way up, straightening your legs. Okay, next now. Remember what I said about linking all the things. That's coming. Just bear with me. Right knee pulls in. Right leg kicks out. You don't even have to hold on to it. Right knee pulls in. Right leg kicks back. Chest lowers. Right knee pulls in. Right ankle to left knee. Bend your left knee. Reach your arms forward. Sink a little deeper. Stand on up and uncross your ankles. See how we link? Okay. Left knee pulls in. Left leg kicks forward. Left leg goes back. Lower your chest. Stand up straight. Left knee in. Cross your right ankle to your left ankle to right knee. Bend your right knee. Sink those hips back. Reach your arms forward. Get a little deeper and get a little deeper. Come on up. Uncross. Good job. Reach your arms up overhead. Big breath in. As you exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. As you exhale, bend your knees, fingertips down to the mat. Right leg goes straight back, low lunge. Left arm up toward the ceiling. Open up your chest, twist. Left hand comes down to the mat. Right knee lowers down to the mat. Rise up. Right arm lifts toward the ceiling. Twist. Hook your right elbow to your outer left thigh. Left hand connects to right hand. Press your top hand into your bottom hand as you look back over your left shoulder. Option here. Lift the back knee and do 3 lunges. Lower the back knee, lift, lower, lift, lower, and lift. Lower the back knee, nice and easy. We like our knees. Be easy with them. Hands back to the mat. Make your way back into downward facing dog. Inhale, pull your body forward into plank pose, top of a push-up. As you exhale, bend your elbows back, lower all the way down. Untuck your toes, press into your hands. Straighten your arms, cobra pose. As you exhale, lower down, tuck your toes. Mighty push back up into plank. Lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts straight up and back, 3-point dog. Walk your hands back toward your right foot. Nice and easy. Keep that left leg lifting into the air. Walk your hands forward. Come back into your 3-point dog. Left knee pulls into your chest. Step your left foot down between your hands. Grab and drag that sucker forward if it didn't quite make it. Lower your back knee down. Untuck your back toes. Sink your hips down. Reach your arms forward, up and back, arch back. As you exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck your back toes under. Back knee lifts up. Step up. Forward fold. Inhale, look up. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Knees bent. Left leg goes straight back. Low lunge. Right arm up toward the ceiling. Open up the chest. Right hand back down to the mat. Lower your back knee. Rise up. Left arm up. Twist. Hook your left elbow to your outer right thigh. Right hand to left hand. Press your top hand into your bottom hand as you look back over your right shoulder. Optional balance challenge. Lift the back knee. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. And lower. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Make your way back into downward facing dog. Inhale, pull your body forward, come into plank. As you exhale, lower down, untuck your toes. Press into your hands, full cobra. Come all the way back down to the mat. Intention to come straight back up into plank. Push off the ground, lift up, lift the hips. Right leg this time into the air. Hold that right leg steady and strong as you walk your hands back toward your left foot. Right leg is up nice and high. Walk your hands forward, coming back into 3-point dog. Right knee pulls into your chest. Step your right foot down between your hands. Back knee lowers. Untuck your back toes. Sink your hips. Reach your arms forward, up and back. Crescent lunge. And as you exhale, both hands to the mat. Tuck your back toes under. Back knee lifts. Step up, forward fold. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms forward and up. Right knee pulls in. Right leg kicks out. Right leg kicks back. Both arms back. Go into warrior 3. I know you were hoping I was done with this. Both arms come up. Right knee pulls in. Right ankle to left knee. Bend your left knee. Fingertips forward. And then straighten your left leg. Right foot to the ground. Left knee pulls in. Left leg kicks forward. Bring your left leg back. Come into warrior 3. Both arms come up. Left knee pulls in. Cross your left ankle to your right knee. Bend your right knee. Reach your fingertips forward. And come up. Left knee pulls in. Left foot to the ground. Big breath in. Exhale, fold. Look up, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees. Get your belly on the top of your thighs. If you have more belly, easier for you. Good job, like me. It's right there. You have less belly. Sorry, you got to bend a little more. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Grab your forearms or your elbows behind your upper thighs. So lower, upper. Pull your knees apart. Let your head hang and straighten your legs any amount. The more you pull your knees apart and you round your upper back, the more you will feel this in the upper portion right between your shoulder blades, which is a really hard spot to get to otherwise. And the knees bend, hands come down to the mat. Make your way back into plank, lower onto your knees, and take a child's pose. Okay, it's late for a child's pose, but you're here, you know. Okay, grab your strap. Gonna grab strap, and we are going to stretch to go upside down a little bit. Shui. Take the strap around your right foot, all the way back, lie down. Again, if you don't have a strap, you have a couple options. Hey, if you're flexible, just reach for your foot. Otherwise, grab a blanket, a pair of yoga pants that you're not using. Jeans would be great because they don't stretch that much. And just take one side in your right hand, one side in your left hand. Draw that leg back, press into your right foot, straightening out your right leg. Oh my gosh. Yes, it's like that for me too. But the most important part is that your leg is straight. It doesn't matter if you have to go all the way to here, but the leg needs to be straight. So we're trying to condition the muscles to acquaint themselves with their straight resting length. Take both straps into your left hand. Slide the hand up the straps. Pull the leg in first. Right arm rests on the ground. Draw your right leg across your body, because I'm there with you. Press into your right heel. Now, that right knee, you might be like, nah, I don't have to look at it. It's straight. But it might be lying, and you might have to press it and straighten that right leg a little bit more. And then come all the way up. Take the strap into your right hand. Slide your right hand up the strap. Left arm comes out to the side. Pull your right leg back toward your face first, and then bring your right leg out to the side. For those of you who are super flexible in your hamstrings and you want a little more, get rid of the strap. Take your right hand over your right heel like so. Right hand goes over your right heel. Drag that right leg toward the ground and maybe touch your right toes toward the ground. Oh, I love it. I love it. And I hate it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, come all the way back up. Oh, My right leg feels so much longer than my left leg. But what we do on the right, we have to do on the left. So grab your strap, bend your left knee in, take the strap around the ball of the left foot, straighten out your left leg. Make sure that leg is straight. Send your left leg a little love. It might be very different. And then pull your left leg in, keeping that leg straight. Again, making sure that you're pressing your foot into the strap. That will help facilitate that straightening. Take both straps into your right hand. Slide your right hand up the strap. Left arm rests on the ground. Pull the leg in first before you go over to the left. Geez, I need to stop speaking before I bring the leg over. Whew. Press into your strap. Press through your left heel. Make sure your knee is straight. Come all the way back up. Coming into the last one. Both straps into your left hand. Slide the left hand up the strap. Pull the left leg in and back. And bring the left leg out to the left. If you are feeling like you want to try something a little, more, take your left hand from the inside, grab your left heel. So as I grab the heel, my fingertips are draping over the side of my heel, and then draw your toes toward the ground. I love it so much. And come all the way back up. Kick yourself up to sit. Ooh, make a deep breath. Now this next part of class, again, completely optional. You'd like to move yourself toward a wall. It's fine. We're only going up a little bit today. I didn't dedicate a whole lot because I feel like we need the stretching more. But class wouldn't be class without some fairy dogs. So if you've never done a fairy dog, look on over here. I'm going to go left, right leg first. So I'm turning around, coming right into down dog. So fairy dogs are just dogs that fly. Taking a step in, bringing your shoulders over your hands. Right leg up toward the ceiling. Right knee pulls into your chest. Readjust so that your shoulders are over your hands. Breath in. You exhale. Take a little hop and you land. Pull the right knee in again. Reset again. Breath in. The knee is in. Your back is rounded, pressing the ground away. So you exhale. Come on up. Take a hop. 3 on the right, 3 on the left. If you want to do 4, go for it. The most important thing is that you're breathing. So as you exhale, you go up. Do not get lazy with the exhale just because I can't hear it. Make sure that you're breathing so loud people are worried about you in the next room. Shh. You want it to come right from your abdomen. Okay, well, for those of you who forgot, moving from right to left, what we were doing, I'll show you a left one. Hands down to the mat, knees lift up, feet step in, left leg up and in, left knee pulls in, shoulders over hands, breath in. You exhale, come on up, and left knee pulls in, exhale, it's a little hop. You probably will not hit handstand from there. Some of you will. Gab is definitely hitting handstand from there. So you exhale. Oh, I just hit my chair. Also be careful where you are in your home doing any of these things. And when you're done with that, come to sit. Let's do a little wrist care to round that off. Clasp your hands, palms together, make figure 8s. Might have some snap, crackle, popping going on. Reverse directions. Open up the hands, roller coaster. Reverse roller coaster. Shake. Right, arms up overhead. A little bit of forearm work. Open and close your hands. Now I need you to really try. Really open, really close all the way. All the fingers. If only 3 of your fingers are going inward, you're not doing this exercise. Right now you should feel your forearms firing up. You should be like, wow, is this bothering everybody as much as it's bothering me? The answer is yes. Shake it off. Let it go. All right. Moving right along. Straightening out your left leg. Bringing your right ankle to your left knee. Now we've been here before. We're going to add on a little bit. Take your hands, dive your hands underneath your right shin, and then do a bicep curl and lift your shin toward your chest. Flexing your right foot, lift the leg, and then rock back and forth side to side. Now, try to do a big rock out to the right and then across. So we're trying to bring movement all the way up into the hip capsule. So don't just baby move it. Big move it. It's a big baby. Now, if you have this, take your left arm over the sole of your left foot, right arm around the back of your right leg, and interlace all 10 fingers. Press your foot into your arm and then lift. Whoa. And then rock back and forth side to side. Oh my God. And I'm the instructor. Whew. Telling you, nobody gets to keep it, folks. You got to work on it. And then bring your shin down. One more forklift. We're not done with this guy yet. So dive your hands under. Come up. Flex and lift. Okay. Identify the hand closest to your knee. Probably tap it. That's your right arm. Slide the right arm out. Keep your left palm facing you. Right arm up toward the ceiling. Bend your right elbow. Clasp your fingertips. And then lift your chin, sit up. Very nicely done. Yay. And if you're like right here and you can't grab, just keep your right arm up. And then sit up nice and tall in the same direction as your arm is toward the ceiling. Lower down. Whew. Whew. Left ankle to right knee. I said we were going to work the hips Thanksgiving today. Hope everybody's going to eat mucho. Take your hands, left ankle to right knee. Dive your hands underneath your left shin. Pull up, bicep curl up. And now take that leg, lift it slightly, and then big rocks. Big out, big across, big out, big across. Lift. And now take your right arm around the sole of your right foot, left arm around the back. Interlace all 10 fingers. Press your foot into your arm. Lift. And lower. We're going right back to the dive. Dive. Pull. Lift. Identify which hand's closest to this knee. Now remember, my hands, I don't know if you can see it, but my hand's a little further away from my face on this side. So I have to really bicep curl my shin toward my face. I take out the left arm up. Now I can stay right here and live my life and sit up nice and tall, or bend my left elbow, clasp hands, sit up nice and tall, and release. Straighten out your left leg and right leg. Shake that out. We're almost toward the end, folks. I know. I should have made the class 2 hours. I don't know what's wrong with me. And swing your legs around. Bend your knees. Lie back onto the mat. Some 90-90s here. Just lying down. So the secret to a lying down 90-90 is to separate your feet mat with distance apart. Don't move your feet. Just like any 90-90, the feet stay still and the knees move. So your feet may want to shuffle off the edges of your mat towards one another. Try to keep the feet right on the edges. Rock back and forth. Oh. And bring your knees skyward. Walk your feet closer together so they're inner hip width distance apart. Hands down by your sides. Begin to lift your hips up off the ground, coming into a bridge pose. So again, hips are just simply trying to lift into a line with your knees and lower. We're going to do 10 of those. Lift up, lower down. When you're lifting, squeeze at the top, lower down. Press down into your heels as you lift up. Lower down. I do believe you have 6 more. 6. Lower down. 5. Lower down. 4. Lower down. 3, down, 2, down, and 1, and down. Straighten out your legs. Oop, oop, I'm knocking over my blocks. Reach your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, come up to sit. Hands behind you this time. Fingertips are turned towards your bum. Knees are bent. Press down into your feet. Lift your hips up. Let your head go back for bench pose. So ideally, there's a string connected to your belly button, and you're lifting that belly button as high as you can toward the ceiling. Your head is going back. Unless that hurts your neck, then keep your chin toward your chest. Feeling a stretch along the front of your shoulders and your biceps. And if you press down into your fingertips, you might even feel a stretch into the palm of your hands. And lower down. Ooh, it's a goodie. Lie down. All right. Bridge number 2 exercise is hands clasped underneath you. I'm going to show you the bridge, and then you do that bridge again, or we go into full wheel. Knees are bent. Slide them back underneath your knees. Feet should be, I should be able to touch my feet with my fingertips. And I know I have long arms. I know you're all laughing about that, but more or less. Hands down by your heels. Press into your heels. Lift those hips. Interlace all 10 fingers underneath your lower back. Roll your left shoulder under. Roll your right shoulder under. Press your knuckles toward the ground. Lift your hips sky high. Remember all of this, for those of you who are going to take this variation on the next one. And then lower down. Whew. Flip your hands back by your ears. Elbows nice and high. So this is the full wheel variation. If you're not taking this variation, go right back to what we just did. Your fingertips are facing your shoulders. Elbows nice and high. Press into your feet. Lift your hips. Pause on the top of your head, or just press the ground away and go up. And then press the ground away. Straighten your arms. Lifting your hips skyward, letting your head go back, looking at the mat behind you. And then bringing your chin to your chest, coming all the way down, back and forth, side to side. Oof. And now we've come to I'm not going to say everybody's favorite, because my personal favorite's coming after this, but the happy baby. Pull your knees in, take your hands, the insides of your thighs, grab the outsides of your feet, soles of the feet, again toward the ceiling. Draw your knees down past your ribs toward the ground, and then rock back and forth, side to side. That's what makes the baby happy, really. And then rock over to the right. Straighten your left leg so you look like a check mark. Come back to center, rock to the left, straighten your right leg. Come back to center, pause and happy baby. Or for those of you who want to try the double version of the stretch we did before, take your left hand, reach over the heel of your left foot, right hand, reach over the heel of your right foot, straighten out the legs, press your feet toward the ground. I'm almost there. It takes muscle. And come on back up. It's true. I'm not lying. Bring your knees in. Bend your knees. Hands out to the side. Arms out to the side. Bump your hips to the right. Lower your knees to the left. Oh, spinal stretch. Final spinal twist. Extend your right leg forward. Take your left hand to your right ankle. Bend your left knee, reach your right hand down, grab the top of your right foot. So for those of you at home, the bottom leg, I have the top of the foot. The top leg, I have the ankle. And then pull the knee, the foot towards your hip. Knee straightens out towards the top of the mat. And this is called cat pulling its tail. I don't know. I didn't name it. Release. Ooh. Pull your knees into your chest. Arms out to the side. Bump your hips to the left. Lower your knees to the right. Spinal twist. straightening your left leg, taking your right hand to your left ankle, bring your left hand to the top of your right foot, pull that right foot in toward your right hip, straighten your top leg, coming into a nice twist. And come out of there, come back to center. Any final movements you might need before we relax down into our meditation portion of class, go for it. Shoulder stand, another twist. Getting a blanket, covering yourself up, whatever is working for you. And then you are welcome to take your final meditation position any which way you like. If you'd like to lie down, on your side, seated, this is your mind, you do it. And once you get comfortable, roll your shoulders back and down. Take a nice deep breath in. Nice slow breath out. And drop down right into the center of yourself. Scan from the crown of your head all the way to the tips of your toes. Looking for any lingering tension in the body. Opening and closing the jaw a couple of times. Lifting your shoulders up toward your ears and then letting them float down. Maybe if you're lying down, pressing into your heels, lifting the lower back up and then letting it melt down into the mat. Take a big cleansing breath in. Exhale. Let it out the mouth. And as you lie here, I would like you to imagine or call to mind someone, person, pet, whoever, that you love dearly. Someone that brightens your world. Imagine that person or that being completely without burden, relaxed, happy, at peace. Envision them now in your mind's eye. What would their smile be like, or what would their laughter be like? And as you envision that, send them the following. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you know peace. Send those wishes to that person with all of your heart. Notice how you feel right now. Now, I'd like to invite you to envision yourself completely happy, without burden, content, at ease. What would that feel like? The lightness in your body, the lightness in your heart. And send yourself these wishes. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I know peace. Let that just settle over you like a warm blanket. Now, call to mind someone you're having a little bit of difficulty with. Maybe you're having a hard time seeing eye to eye, disagreeing. But you recognize a shared humanity, even if you disagree. And even if it feels a little awkward, envision that person and send them these wishes. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you know peace. And as you do so, feel a loosening around your own heart, as you know you're only projecting good wishes out into this world. In fact, imagine that you are staring down at the whole world, that you're in orbit over the earth, and that you look down to see all living things as points of light on a sparkling blue orb. And send those same wishes to each point of light. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you know peace. And as you send those wishes out to the whole world, notice that the points of light, they're not different. They're not us, they're not them. They just are sharing in this existence, in this moment. Notice how your mind feels right now. Notice how your body feels right now. And as you're sending those wishes out, know that someone is sending you those wishes back. Yes, to you, that you be happy, that you be healthy, that you be safe, and that you know peace. Take a nice deep breath in. Let it out. Slowly open your eyes. Coming back into the room. May I just end today's class by saying thank you so much. And I wish you the happiest Thanksgiving with all of your loved ones. May each and every one of you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe.